What's going on, guys? The Abundant Alchemist here. I'm going to make a quick video, get to the point here. This is going to be about crypto and my perspective, my approach to crypto investing, looking at the economy, dollar, Bitcoin, altcoin scheme, and how I am using my mind and what mentality I'm in order to trade and invest and move forward financially. So if you understand fiat, the dollar system is inflationary. I'll break that down, what I mean. Bitcoin is deflationary, and I'll break that down. Altcoins, that depending on each altcoin. So Bitcoin is set to outperform the dollar and fiat. And altcoins, it is my belief that altcoins will outperform Bitcoin, depending on which altcoin. Okay. Now, the dollar is inflationary because with supply and demand, you see that with less supply of things, the more valuable that they become, right? The more supply that something has, the less valuable that it becomes. For example, ammunition at this moment, because of high demand, there's less ammo, so the price spikes up. Or for example, sneakers, right? The Yeezys, if you're into that sort of thing, they're made limited editions, so the supply is low, and that brings up the price when there is a high demand. The dollar, on the other hand, more and more supply is being pumped into the economy, and there's actually less demand for it, as less countries want to trade using the dollar, and also less people want to remain holding the dollar, as they understand that the dollar is losing power through inflation and through more supply being pumped into the economy. They are placing and trading their dollar into other things like Bitcoin and the stock market. And the reason why the dollar can be pumped up in supply is because it is printed and created digitally and physically in paper, due to the fact that it's backed by nothing. And so the value of the dollar is decreasing. On the other hand, Bitcoin is deflationary because it is limited in supply. Currently, 18.638 million Bitcoins have been mined, and 2.362 million are left to be mined. Total supply of Bitcoin is 21 million. So the value is increasing steadily over time due to its limited supply. And at the moment, we're seeing that volatility, not only at the moment, historically up until this point, there's been high volatility due to the limited amount of people in the market. So since there's not a lot of people that are in the market, if a certain amount of people sell, it brings down the price. If a certain amount of people buy, it brings up the price, henceforth creating volatility. This will be solved as the market grows and more people come into the market. Bitcoin is fairly new as an asset. By the year 2140, the last Bitcoin will be mined. Now, altcoins will increase percentage-wise compared to Bitcoin in value, depending on which altcoins you are looking at, and we've seen this happen historically over the years, which allows us to trade back into Bitcoin in order to stack more Satoshis. In layman's terms, what you could pretty much do to increase your worth is take this thing called the dollar, which is losing value, put it into cryptocurrencies, such as an altcoin, for example, like Cardano or Litecoin, which may or may not, but for this example, we're going to say it is outperforming Bitcoin. And since it's doing better and increasing the power of the dollar that you placed into it, and it is outperforming Bitcoin, you're increasing your wealth, and then you could trade it into Bitcoin, and you're going to get more Bitcoin using that method, right? So things to keep in mind as a trader and just as a person trying to get by is really there's no shame in having a job at this point, even though you understand that the system is corrupt. We're pretty much slaves, and the dollar's losing value. Why? Because the dollar is the ammunition that we have in order to get into the market of crypto and invest. So you have to, if you need to get a job, and if you're able to, if the economy is open in your area, why not? Unless for some reason you can't, figure out a way to create income flows, cash flows that enable us to invest into Bitcoin, into altcoins, into other investments in order to grow our worth and become financially free. Or wait for stimulus checks, and if you need to get by and pay off debt, use that money for that, and if some money is left over, put it into these assets that are growing in value. It's just an overview. Quickly, I wanted to get into it just to kind of explain the mentality that I would tell a friend to have. This is not financial advice. You do your own research, but hopefully you get some type of value from it. Peace.